Hey dudes, welcome back to our channel, and for today's presentation on statistics and probability about understanding normal probability distribution and its properties. Review muna natin yung previous video natin about discrete data. Ang discrete data, ito yung set of all possible outcome is countable. So, ginamit natin ito ang graph of a discrete data, the histogram or bar graph. Okay, ito yung graph natin for the discrete data to find the probability distribution that will enable us to make the predictions or decision concerning the population. Sa presentation ito, so we will consider a continuous data of distributions. When we see a continuous data, it represents a measured data and it takes a values on continuous scale tulad ng height, weight, and temperatures. This distribution is commonly known as the normal probability distributions. Okay, ito yung graph ng ating continuous data for the normal probability distributions and simply called the normal curve. So, the normal probability distributions or normal curve, kadalasan ginagamit natin as a mathematical model in inferential statistics. So, what is the role of the normal curve in inferential statistics? Okay, ito yung role niya. It provides graphical representations of statistical values that are needed in describing the characteristics of the populations as well as in making decisions. So that is the reason or the important role why do we use normal curve in inferential statistics. The normal probability distribution has the following properties. Okay, number one, the distribution curve is bell-shaped. So the curve of probability distribution is formed like a bell along the x-axis. For number two, the curve is symmetrical shape. The normal distribution comes with a perfectly symmetrical shape, that is a symmetric distribution. Ang ibig sabihin nito that the distribution curve maaari nating hatiin in the middle to produce two equal halves. So it is a symmetry or symmetric about the mean, which is our center of the normal curve. One half of the observation, the pole and the left side, same with the other side of the curve, which is also 50%. For number three, so the mean, the median, and the mode coincide at the center. So the mean, median, mode are all equal and of the same values, and also coincide at the center of the normal curve. Number four, so the width of the curve is determined by the standard deviation. Okay, ano itong standard deviation? So, basically, measure the distance from the mean. So, sinusukat natin yun ang gaano kalayo ang ating distance from the mean. So, here, our standard deviation is 1 unit above the mean. And also, we have 1 unit below the mean. Yang ating standard deviation. And also, the standard deviations affect the normal curve. A larger values of standard deviations produce a wider bell-shaped curve. Okay, for number 5, so we have the asymptotic to the baseline. So here is the asymptotic tail. So ibig sabihin nito, the tails of the curve flatten out indefinitely along the horizontal axis. Ibig sabihin yung x-axis natin. And it's getting closer and closer, approaching the axis, but never touching the horizontal line or the x-axis. Okay, number 6, the area under the curve is 1. The area above the x-axis and under the curve must equal to 1. Okay, with this area under the curve, so we also express in terms of probability or proportions and percentage. If we are asking to find the areas under the normal curve, so kailangan natin yung standard normal curve. Ano ito? So this is a normal probability distributions that has a mean is equal to 0. So our mean here is represented by mu and is equal to 0. And also we have the standard deviation that is denoted as delta is equal to 1. So the mean and standard deviation, so these are the important values that describe a normal curve. So the normal curve for a population distribution ay ma-determine natin by its mean equal to 0, or this is called the population mean, and its standard deviations indicated as the point of inflections. So here we have the -1 and +1 standard deviations from the mean. And we have also the cases here fall within positive -2 and +2, -3 and +3 standard deviation from the mean. So we have here the horizontal base. So the numbers along the x-axis, so these are called the standard score, or more commonly referred to as the z-score values. So ang z-score values allows us to calculate the probability of a score occurring within our normal distributions. So these are the parts of the normal probability distributions, and the important values here, the mean and the standard deviations. So we have the area between -3 and +3, and it measured 0.9974, and this area can be expressed as the probability. We multiply by 100 to get the percent of this probability, so it becomes 99.74%. And ibig sabihin nito, this percent of all cases fall within -3 and +3 standard deviation from the mean, that is 0. So this area is almost 100%, not yet 100%. Okay, bakit? Because the curve almost touches the horizontal line. Ibig sabihin nito, so meron tayong small fractions of the area at the tail of the distribution. And the area that corresponds between -1 and +1 is 0.6826, is equivalently to 68.26% of the score distributions fall within -1 and +1 standard deviations from the mean. And we have also the 0.9544 is equivalently to 95.44% of all cases fall within +2 and -2 standard deviation from the mean, that is 0. So let's answer our activity here. So from 1 to 10, so fill in the blank with the appropriate word or phrase to make meaningful statement.